Hi everyone, welcome to the instructional video for spreadsheet analysis number 2, equipment order. So now that we in assignment number 1 have laid our foundation and gotten acquainted or reacquainted with Microsoft Excel, assignments 2, 3, and 4 will now allow us to begin to apply some of those skills in real life sport management settings. So what I've actually done is connect with people in the field and ask them how they use Microsoft Excel and how they use evidence-based thinking to make decisions within their various sport management positions. So you'll see that each of these next assignments, number 2, number 3, and number 4, are based off of some type of sport management task. One of those within this assignment is equipment orders. So for you, you will be assuming the position of athletic director for Kings Landing High School in Winterfell, Pennsylvania, because the North remembers. And basically, here you are looking to submit an equipment order request before the fiscal year restarts on July 1. So, as the new athletic director, your task is to get the best equipment possible at a reasonable price to make sure that your coaches and student athletes are set up for the upcoming year. So, you will be able to explore pricing options across three different sporting goods companies. And I'll scan down to the next page once I wrap up here with just some reminders to help you guide your thinking and your comparison process. Some notes here for us. First, make sure that all completed assignments are submitted in XLS or XLSX formats. If you need any resources for these spreadsheet assignments, any quick refreshers, I want to direct you to the resources module on D2L. There are some particular documents there that would be helpful for you to go back through should you find yourself getting stuck. Of course, you can always reach out to me with any questions. Next thing is the AI reminder. As I described in the first video, because you're using your own input information and your own evidence-based thinking process to make these decisions, I'm going to ask that you do not use generative AI to complete any part of this project. Last but not least, due date, check on D2L so that you are keeping up with the course progress as indicated there for due dates and times. Now I'm going to scroll down to the second page and you'll see that there are three companies listed here: BSN Sports, Gopher Sport, and Dick's Sporting Goods. These three companies are actually pretty well known within the sporting industry, and they're pretty frequently ordered from either physical education teachers, athletic directors, sport coaches, etc. There are sometimes different organizations will even have partnerships with them, so they'll be your go-to for these different equipment pieces. So the purpose of this assignment is for us to look through each of these different catalogs for specific items to place an order for and to obviously make the best quote unquote decision based on the equipment offered and your own individual needs. Some notes here for us. Links to access these different sporting good companies are over here on the right-hand side of the table. BSN, this is what the screenshot of the most recent sports equipment from spring 2026 looks like. So please make sure that you are looking for that individual screenshot on there. Notes for shipping and handling, you'll see here in the center column, where BSN Sport has a flat rate. Gopher and Dick's Sporting Goods have one that are based on your location. On the next page of the assignment, you will see the equipment order list. So this is the order list by quantity, item, any particular indications for like usage, brand, or size. So sometimes this happens depending on how the equipment will be used and in what settings. So for games, for practices, indoor, outdoor use. Some sports even indicate that they need a specific brand for a particular item to be used within game settings. So I've tried to modify and reflect that here. One piece of note for us, sometimes on these websites, you'll see things ordered individually. So for example, if you are getting 6 basketballs, you might need to calculate what that would be for 6 individual basketballs. Other times, companies will sell things in bundles or in packages, most frequently when things are sold by the dozen, so by 12. So you might sometimes see something be listed as a dozen, so that would be 3 dozen if there were 36 scrimmage vests, et cetera, et cetera. So something to keep an eye out for as you're searching for different products. On the next page are the individual instructions for this assignment, very similar to part 1. This is written in a step-by-step fashion. So you should be able to download the spreadsheet analysis number 2 Excel workbook from D2L and begin to follow step by step throughout this entire process. You'll see that here, especially number 5, as you are inputting in different links and different items to document your search process and begin to calculate what these numbers might be. You'll see a number of hints here for you, including wrapping text, helping you organize things, etc. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm now going to scroll down to the final portion, and that is the grading rationale. So here on the far left side of the column, you'll see the different assessment areas. Visual organization pertains to how you are professionally formatting this document. So that should be something that is readable, it's accessible, and reflects you and your professional position as a sport manager that you've assumed within this particular role. That means adjusting shading, alignment, borders, font size, etc., to make sure that it's readable. The written response is a pretty big portion of your grade for this assignment. And really, what I'm looking for you here is to use the evidence that you've collected, as well as organize and input within this assignment, to then justify your rationale for which decision, product and company recommendation that you will make for this particular assignment. So here, beyond just saying, I think you should, pick BSN Sports because it's the cheapest. I'm looking for you to produce a more higher level response. So that means integrating some of the evidence from the assignment, specific pieces within your Excel worksheet, as well as what you've learned from looking up about different products and how they might be used to help you write a justification for which company you recommend and why. These two items, use of formula functions and calculations, will correspond to the instructions that have been listed, and then following instructions to make sure that you are incorporating all of the tasks that are written out in that step-by-step fashion. I'm now going to change my share screen over to the Excel document itself. So on the company links tab, you'll see that this same information within the instructions document is posted here just for your convenience. And then in sheet 2 is where you would begin the assignment in and of itself. So you'll have to do some adjusting and formatting of column width and size, as well as reorganizing how this information is shared and displayed to someone who's viewing this, corresponding back to that professional, accessible, visual formatting piece. And that concludes our video for spreadsheet analysis number 2. If you have any questions, please reach out, and good luck.